title of today's mini podcast is Feeling Bad. Did you ever notice that it's easier to feel bad than it is to feel good? It's conditioning. Yeah, it seems like a contradiction, but for many people to feel bad feels good. It's conditioning. Perhaps some explanation will be helpful. A number of folks are divorced from their feelings. They can be stoic when others are coming unglued. They may be looked on in some circles as being in charge of their emotions. It has nothing to do with conscious control. These people have a hard time getting into their feelings. It's conditioning. It seems they have a difficult time rejoicing or celebrating, or to use a fluffy set of words, being happy. The only way this person can sense their feelings is through misery or feeling bad about something. This feeling bad is the only way they can turn their feeling circuit on. The result is that feeling bad lets them know they're alive. Misery makes them feel alive. Pain makes them feel alive. Complaining makes them feel alive. Depressing themselves makes them feel alive. I also have this theory about people who crave hot, spicy foods, not those from cultures weaned on them. My sense is these foods turn on their feeling circuit. When their nose runs, they're alive. When their mouth burns a bit, they feel alive. Some folks whose feel-good circuit is not functioning find their way to drugs and alcohol to make them feel good. For some, sexual pleasure is the only way they can feel alive. They can't seem to generate feeling without some external agent. It's conditioning. There are many of us who fall into the category of baby boomers, people who were brought up by parents that lived through some tough times, depression, world wars, rationing. These parents had inured themselves to pain. It was the only way to get through the time. They passed that on. Any baby boomer can recite the stories of their parents walking long distances to school through feet of snow or not having enough to eat or ample clothing to wear. I'm sure you've heard your version of these stories. The stiff upper lip pattern they learned got passed on to their children. Notice that in most cases, the children had it much better than the parents, and their children had it much better than they did, as did their grandchildren. It should be cause for celebration. For many, the conditioning prevents them from noticing how much better they've had it, and their deadened feelings rule the day. What I've come to recognize is that feeling bad for some people is better than no feeling at all. You can't logically convince them by comparison. You may even give them your version of the time-tested quote. There was a man who complained because he had no shoes until he met a man who had no feet. Now, they may take pause about that comparison, but will again continue to lament moments later about having no shoes. It's less about shoes and more about being able to feel alive. Artificial generation of aliveness, alcohol, drugs, sex, etc., is short-term and has very little residual effect. For these people, their natural state of aliveness has been blocked by conditioning and can't flow unless they create a temporary shunt to allow some of it in. That's hard work, and the results don't last. Aliveness does exist for everyone. It's ready to flow the minute you recognize it exists for you. This recognition of aliveness will take some practice for many, and the results are well worth the effort. Writer Eckhart Tolle has a brilliant exercise that he does where he has you focus your attention on your hands. You can do it right now. Just notice the sensation going on in your hands right now. This sensation you're feeling is aliveness, and it's always there. It just needs you to practice recognizing it. I created a recording many years ago that assists you with this practice. It's called Relax in 2 Minutes. It's available free on my YouTube or podcasting channel. The recording has you focus on what's going on in each part of your body so you can notice the aliveness that's always there. The progression through the body with this exercise has a wonderful side effect. Your body unwinds and relaxes. You can quickly learn this technique and begin doing it on your own anytime, anywhere. This gentle noticing of aliveness helps you relax into your feelings as you get in touch with your body. By doing this exercise, you'll prove to yourself that you no longer have to feel bad to feel good. All the best, John.